What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dave, coming at you live from Germany. And it's been a while. It's been a while. That's right. It's been 3 weeks since we've been here for your one and only one-stop shop of all the nerd, jerkery, pop culture references, and news that you need up inside your body, all over your face, neck, and chest. And of course, I don't do it by myself. Can't do it by myself. Let me tell you about the guy that I miss so much, the man with all that sass that's only highlighted more by that sweet, sweet ass, the one, the only, the very British Ace Trainer Liam. What's up, pal?
Motherfucker, I've been lonely. I haven't had anything to do on Friday nights. I've had to spend time with my own fucking viewers. Do you know what that's like? Do you know what that's like to do 3 weeks in a row? I'm
sure. And I'm also sure that, you know, your girlfriend's very upset that she didn't get a mention for the Friday night, you know, visitation. You know, what the hell, man? You got a girlfriend. You don't need me. And she's fine. She's fine as hell. You don't need to pine over this fat guy.
You do things that women can't do, Dave.
This is true. This is true. I have much less self-respect than any woman that you know. This is very true. What's going on, man? It's good to be back, man.
Mate, I'm good. I don't know. I'm just really fucking pumped that this is back. I've needed this.
It's so much fun to do, and it's one of those things that we kind of got into the habit of.
It's a really good fucking release. It's a really good, just get everything out there. Cause like, yeah, like you say, like I can talk to Lydia, and Lydia, you know, Lydia gets all of my ramblings all the way through the week. But sometimes there's points where she's just sick of hearing me talk about the same old shit over and over again all week. And me being a bloke, I want to talk about it over and over and over and over again. So, of course, I can jump on Nerd and the Jerk and just blare it all out again for like the 18th time of the week. And she doesn't have to listen to it. She can just turn it on, mute it, so we at least still get the view, and then not have to worry about hearing it again. Although she can probably hear me from the living room right now. Like, more than likely.
I love that she leaves it on for the view. That's a keeper right there. You know, that is exact. You know, you got something great there. Oh my God, I can't believe.
I am just going to throw out there. Super Sunarashi says Liam seems stiff today. That's because you're here, friend.
Oh, look at that.
Zing.
Pretty good. It's pretty impressive that you've been able to hold this pose the entire time, and I don't know how you got to be. You know, it's pretty impressive.
Have you seen those biceps? Exactly. That's how I can do it, man.
Let me show you to the gun show. Yes, unfortunately, this is actually not on Liam at all. This is 100% on me. In case you guys didn't know, after 3 weeks away in the United States of America, I come back, and the first thing I find is my computer is broken. Awful. Just.
Who did it? Who did it?
I blame the wife, but it feels wrong blaming the wife. But, you know, she did turn it on while I was gone when I asked her not to. So, I don't know. I don't know.
That is how you break a computer.
Just turn. Well, my old ass computer, sure, it was on the fritz anyway and needed to be replaced. Just didn't have the money to do it at the time. But luckily, we got a little bit of an angel on our side, and we caught a break there. So not the worst thing in the world. We got a brand new computer, and one of the things that we had to do is get everything reinstalled, and it automatically installed the brand new Skype, and I hate it. No, that's not the right word. I loathe it. In fact, I might even fucking detest it.
Is this the, by the way, there's a new version of Skype exclusively for Windows 10.
Yes.
Is it that Skype?
It's that one.
Don't use that Skype.
No.
Download it from the website. No,
yes, I will be downloading it immediately after the show, before I do anything else, before I even have my evening wank. I am getting that goddamn old Skype because I am so mad that it just, nothing works on it. Nothing works on it.
He says evening wank like he can reach. Come on.
Hey, I've lost a lot of weight now. I don't even need the little grip anymore. I don't need the extra stick with the sponge on it. I'm good to go.
Oh shit! No, have you got one of those? If you got one of those claw hands you can buy at kids stores where you squeeze it and the hand closes.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. But what I do with mine is I get some of that old slime and I put that in there real good, wrap it around some Play-Doh. It fucking fools me every time. Fools me every time. It's really amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
My favorite part of this show is when people turn up. And you've just explained, like literally less than a minute ago, you've explained why I'm not currently on camera. And then people jump in like, how come you can't see Liam? Fuck's sake.
Once again, new Skype sucks and I hate it. I would like to fire them.
No, but logic though, people. If I'm not there, like you guys saw me maybe less than an hour ago streaming with my camera working and everything like that. So if I'm then not on camera on here, what does that tell? What is going to go through your mind? What happens? What do you think when you suddenly see that I'm not doing my typical, hey, we're both on camera?
Right.
Maybe something's wrong with the software or the hardware. Come on, man.
Occam's razors, kid. Occam's razor. The simplest answer is usually the correct one. All right, just think about it. 2 + 2 typically doesn't equal 7. Just think about it a little bit. All right.
Let's throw in for Dave a little bit of Murphy's Law. What will go wrong will.
You know, it really seems to be the case. I'm telling you, it's like I'm being punished for going to the States. I do a good thing. I go to the States to help my mother, who's getting divorced from the same guy for the second time. And I'm trying to help her out. And what do I get? Everything breaks. Nothing's working properly. It's all I've gotten. It's been one thing after another. But the last couple of days, things are starting to go back to the way, the normal, the usual, and I'm okay. Everything is all right. So let me ask you, what did you do in your 3 weeks of freedom from my tyranny?
Well, I didn't get a second divorce.
To the same person.
I did. I got back on my grind. I've got stuff going up on Patreon. I've like reshifted how my channels work now, so it's a lot better for everybody. So that the casual fans who only really like the top 10s and that kind of stuff that I do aren't bombarded with like daily Let's Plays and things like that. So now all the people that want all the content just sub to my first and second channels, and the people that don't want all the extra stuff, they just want the bare bones of what they know me for, just subscribe to the first channel. And it's a beautiful thing, and I think it's going to be great for everybody involved. I'm so pumped about it. I'm so motivated. I've got like 3 videos done in the last couple of days. One of them isn't due to go out until Wednesday, and it's already available on my Patreon for people to watch. I'm about to upload a video after this stream that will be going on Patreon, and that is a week on Wednesday's video. I am ahead.
Look at this
for
guy.
The first time in almost a fucking year, and I'm so pumped and so motivated to keep doing YouTube now. It's gonna be the best fucking thing ever. Maybe not 2017, but 2018 is gonna be the fucking year of Ace Trainer Leah. Mark my fucking words.
I love that. That's some motivational shit. And you know what? That's good news for me, because Lord knows I need somebody to drag me up the hill.
That is my babyface promo.
That was pretty great.
Finally gone babyface after years of being a moody heel.
Right, tweener at best. Well, that was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I needed to throw out, I couldn't have done it without each and every single one of you. Although technically I did that in my video yesterday. In my update video. I was just like, yeah, thank you guys, because you're still here. I don't know fucking why, but you're still here.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes, I actually had somebody call in yesterday, or maybe it was on the stream today, and asked me what I thought about all your changes. And I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, it's his changes. Liam's going to do whatever he's going to do to make himself happy in what he's doing. And that's it. I mean, you guys have supported him through ups and downs, ins and outs, and this is more of that. And really, it's positive for everybody, because you're getting remotivated. You're getting to do what you want to do. And the people who want what they want, they know where to get.
The way I look at it is, everyone gets what they want, because I just get to keep doing my content, and I can dictate what content I do and when. Everybody who likes just the normal content but not the rest doesn't have to watch the rest, because it's not on that channel anymore. And then all the people who want everything are subscribed to both channels anyway, so they get everything. No one's losing anything. No one's like everyone just wins. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
But my one thing about yesterday's video, the update video, I thought I did the correct thing, the right thing. I thought I did the diplomatic thing. I made sure that video was not monetized, the update video, because I was like, it's a big update video. People don't want it peppered with adverts. People don't come to an update video going, oh, ads on the video. That's fucking great. Fucking money grabbing bastard. So I made sure that video wasn't monetized. Once it got to like 5,000 views, I was talking to some other YouTube friends, and I was like, yeah, I didn't put any ads on the video or anything like that. And they were like, wait, what? What? Why didn't you fucking monetize that video, you moron? Like, no one would have cared if you put ads on an update video. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't really feel comfortable doing it. And they were like, you should have done it.
Oh, wow.
You just literally threw money away. You might as well pull like $100 out your fucking pocket and just set it on fire, because that's what you just did. And I was like, I thought I did the right thing. I never get this shit right.
No.
When I voice my opinions on Twitter, I always think I'm saying the right thing and it's always wrong, and I always get in trouble for it. Then the one time I think I'm doing something really genuinely good and
magnanimous, even
charitable, magnanimous. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Yeah, that was a great word.
That word's fucking mellifluous.
Woo! Look at you.
Don't right, because mellifluous is in my top 3 favorite words. Because mellifluous means sweet sounding, and in itself, it's a sweet sounding word.
Yeah,
so it's fucking sick. But my favorite word is facetious, mainly because I am facetious.
You can be,
but also because it has all the vowels in order.
You OCD fuck.
Oh
my
beautiful.
God, that's disgusting almost. That's
by loving that word so much, it's kind of facetious in itself.
It is a little bit. You like the irony of it. It's almost repugnant how much you like the irony of it. I swear to God.
Repugnant. That's top 10.
That's a good one too. It hardly ever gets used. It really does. Look at us today. We're all smart in things. We know words.
We are wordsmiths today, children. Shut your lips and learn.
That's right. Pay attention. We're the new Sesame Street. All right.
But yeah, so I thought I was doing good, but apparently I was just shooting myself in the foot.
Oh yeah, you can't win for losing. I love that it's your YouTuber friends who most of them have more subs than you do. So like, so they're the ones giving you shit because you know what I have heard, and I've run with a couple of people who are a little bit bigger than I. If you're over 100K, there's almost nothing you don't advertise unless it's something that's really bad going on in the world.
But it's like the one time a YouTuber turns down putting ads on the video because they think that's the right thing to do, and everyone's there going, "Why didn't you put ads on that video?"
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee though, if I'd have made that a monetized video, and then let's say I put one ad in the middle, people would be like, "Fucking mid rolls, what a bastard, money grabbing piece." Yeah, so
no win. There's no win.
That's my week.
Well, that's not too bad. It's a good week. Yeah, there's been so much that has happened. So building this show was a little bit of a trick, a little bit of a challenge, because there's so much we could have done. We could have went YouTube heavy because Lord knows YouTube is, with all the adpocalypse stuff, I'll tell you, it's kind of bad timing for anybody who actually does cover news on YouTube because it's just full of it. Literally, actually, it's just so much stuff going on. But it's been covered.
We could have gone with "I'm gay" versus "irrelevant."
What was it? What did you say? What did I think it was Lydia who said it earlier? With the battle of the lisps. Who said that?
Oh, that was me. I said it about Kvass and no. Someone in the comments of Kvass's video on I Am Alex said, "What the fuck is this battle of the lisps?" And I just fucking died.
It's so messed up.
So don't worry. It's not my joke. I'm just repeating it. So Kvass, before you make this video or make Hate Ace Trinilium, just know I didn't make that joke. That was one of your viewers.
He would make that video about me, but all he'd have to do is like put up any one of my random videos, and that would do the job. It would do.
You just have to put a picture of my face up. That's enough for most people.
It is. It can't be punchable at times. It can be.
Oh hell yeah!
But it's also very kissable as well. So I understand where Lydia's coming from with that. Speaking of Alex, funnily enough, and this is total just happenstance, he's probably going to be on the channel next week because he owes me one.
Oh hell yeah!
The timing. You know, so
are you interviewing him?
Yeah, I'm gonna interview him. I may not do a full-on interview. I might just talk about topics.
I was failing that, just bring him on Nerd and the Jerk. Yeah, I don't mind.
Ooh.
I'll take a back seat.
Ooh, no. I'll have him on one of the other shows.
Yeah, I know.
I got the no. I'm never benching you unless I have to. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I didn't mean instead of me, you fucking goon.
Missed the donation. Oh, okay, with you. You. Oh, how would I think for a second that you probably want to be on a show with I Am Alex?
Why would I let I Am Alex be on Nerd and the Jerk? Then it'd be Nerd and Alex.
Oh, Nerd and Nerd. He's nerdy too, but he's a good type of nerdy. By the way, I'm sorry I missed that donation. I had the thing out of order there. Whoever it did and however much it was, thank you very much.
I don't really know what side to pick in Kvass versus I Am Alex, because I like I Am Alex and I like Kvass, but at the same time, I Am Alex's video I liked, and Kvass's video, honestly, listening to it through, I was like, it was weak.
It was very weak.
It wasn't difficult to listen to, but I was like, your points are really weak, Kvass. This isn't what I'm used to.
Did he seem rattled to you?
Yeah, a little bit. He was a little bit very much like, especially with the way a lot of sentences he had to start a couple of times.
Right.
Like the thing is with him, and I was like, something shook you.
Yeah.
What's going on? I've never seen Kvass with his back against the ropes.
You know, I think it was because I don't want to talk too much on this one. We can actually go towards the end of the show with it, but I think it was because Alex's videos were good. It was really good. It was a good video. And while some of the information might have been out of context, and I'm not even sure if that's the case because you can't really see what's in the guy's heart. You know, I don't really have too much of a problem with it. By the way, thank you, Lemia. Thank you, Luna Block, for your donations. Very much appreciate that. You guys are fucking rock stars. But aside from all those, there's just so much that's going on. Where do you go with it? So I was looking at everything that was in the United States, and I was seeing everything that was happening. One of the things that impacted me was the end of season 3 of Rick and Morty, which might actually be the series finale of Rick and Morty. There's rumors that they may never get back together and be able to actually churn out stuff, which was interesting in itself, but not enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but to me, that's
why is that?
Well, because they've been fighting. If you watch this season, it was kind of, there were some weird points in it, and then they did a full reset at the end of the season, and they kind of made jokes about them kind of not getting along because there's been a lot of reports on it. And it got delayed, and then there's all this rumor that we might not get another episode till like 2019. It may not even happen at all, which in and of itself is kind of, we could talk about that, but not quite enough. And then this week happened where the story about Rick and Morty really became about the fan base of Rick and Morty, because we had protests and almost riots at McDonald's as McDonald's tried to do what turned out to be an unauthorized crossover promotion with Rick and Morty with Szechuan sauce. And they were giving away limited packs of Szechuan sauce at whatever McDonald's they wanted to give away. The problem was they were literally...
How limited, David? How limited?
Like 40 packs per store.
I heard one store had 20 packets of Szechuan sauce.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, it's ridiculous, as a matter of fact. It's absolute insanity. Oh, you like that? That was good. That was good.
You just got us in a cringe compilation.
You missed it. You missed it. It was good. You missed this. It was fantastic. The thing is, it's not only about these fans that were going fucking crazy. I mean, it's okay. I understand it. You go out to these locations and you expect to get your sauce. You don't get your sauce, but they were freaking the hell out. And there was some reports of
I mean, some people had to travel like an hour to get where they want to go.
Yeah.
Like to where the source was. And on the one hand, I'm like, oh, that really sucks that you were like disadvantaged by that and you were put out of your way. Secondly, you drove an hour to pick up a packet of sauce for your McNuggets.
And you know what? Rancid sauce. That sauce sucks, by the way. I remember that shit from '98. Sucks.
Regardless of the taste, never before has think about your life choices been ever so relevant, right?
Absolutely.
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
My favorite thing is someone, you know how Philly D does his Friday show where he recaps the week and he talks about like people's comments and stuff. One of the comments in today's Friday show was, don't people realize that you can buy Szechuan sauce in stores or you can, better yet, you can buy the ingredients and use an online recipe to make your own Szechuan sauce for a lot, like for cheaper than the petrol money that you probably paid to go and get it from McDonald's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
What are people doing with their lives where they have to get the McDonald's specific packet of Szechuan sauce that's in limited supply? What are you going to do? Keep it for 60 years and go, Rick and Morty was relevant in the 2017 year.
You know, some of these assholes, they're going to take those packs, the goddamn Comic-Con, they're going to get Roiland and Harmon to sign that shit.
You know, like the people who were selling JBL $100 bills on eBay.
Yes, those people. Those people. But I found it interesting because Roiland and Harmon both responded to it on Twitter, because that's what Rick and Morty fans do. They take the Twitter and fucking mess. It's part of the problem. We'll talk about it in a second. But Roiland
takes it musically on mess.
Oh yeah, they take it to everything now, don't they? Roiland and Harmon, they kind of lambasted the entire situation. They roasted it. They said, not happy with how it's handled. Roiland a little bit more than Harmon. Roiland kind of was like, this was an unauthorized crossover that was not done correctly. Because let's look at the initial situation. Rick and Morty did an episode where they mentioned McDonald's, which is not illegal to do. They just mentioned that promotion, and then of course it blew up. Everybody went crazy and wanted the damn sauce, blah, 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 blah. Then McDonald's apparently didn't acquire any rights to anything Rick and Morty related and does this crossover promotion, but not really. It's just kind of weird. Like, the whole situation is just bizarre, and it didn't really make a lot of sense. And then the catastrophe of just not handling it right. And as Self Sharon says, oh no, I'm sorry. Patience within. David, someone traded a pack of sauce for a VW GTI. I heard about that too. Insanity. Insanity.
Like, can you imagine filling in that paperwork, the transfer paperwork for that car? How much did the car sell for? A packet of Szechuan sauce.
A packet of sauce. Good God. It's ridiculous.
So like 60 cents.
Basically, yeah. It's 60 cents. Congratulations, asshole. You got your commemorative fucking sauce. Unbelievable.
Imagine driving away in that person's car and they're like, shit, I'm 2 hours away from home. Fuck you, buddy!
Right? Wubba lubba dub dub! I got your Jeep, bitch. But this is like the capper to a whole bunch of incidents and situations over the past few months, really almost since the inception of Rick and Morty, where there are people that are just getting tired of the fan base in general. I got to be honest, I'm a huge fan of Rick and Morty, and I can even say that this fan base can be pretty fucking pretentious, and they can be quite annoying.
Excuse me, did you know you need a high IQ to understand the intricate humor of Rick and Morty? Especially with Rick's nihilism. You really need to understand theoretical physics to really get the gist of the jokes, you know. By the way, did you know that I watched The Big Bang Theory as well? So I know all about string theory and quarks, because I'm a very intellectual kind of person.
Fuck off. Take the fun out of fucking everything.
Everything.
Shit.
It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Just because you watch a TV show where the main character is a scientist doesn't mean you need to be Stephen Hawking to watch it. I have never once watched Rick and Morty where I've heard a joke and gone, I don't fucking get that. God, I wish I'd gone to university.
It's above me. Do we have Stephen Hawking's number?
Jesus fucking
We call
Christ.
Stephen Hawking. My God.
But again, it's because the people posting these comments aren't people over the age of 18. They're people who are 12, 13, who have just discovered fucking memes and being edgy, and they think that they are the most intelligent person in the fucking universe. That's the people doing these musicals. They're all like 12.
They are. Everybody's a philosopher now. Everybody is a philosopher. If you watch Rick and Morty, you're fucking qualified to be a philosopher. You can talk about the world's problems in any context because Rick and Morty is the explanation to everything. Jesus Christ, you're ruining my shows, you dipshits. You're ruining
I played about 5 of the Ratchet and Clank games. It doesn't make me a fucking mechanic.
Right.
Fucking morons. There should be like an aptitude test to use the internet, because these people wouldn't fucking get through.
It's this fan base. It's just, we've seen this before, where fan bases of things, sports teams, you see it all the time, will kind of turn people off of that topic, subject, team, show, movie, whatever. We've seen this. It happens in comic book fandom, Star Wars.
People who don't get into wrestling because people say, wait, you don't like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold because you've never seen it because you're too fucking young? How dare you say you're a wrestling fan? What's this you like? John Cena? You like John Cena? Oh, no.
You don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling? You don't know who Okada is? Get out of here. It's just,
you've never seen Okada versus Omega 3? Damn, man.
I'm just going to fart on that.
I watched Okada Omega 1.
I've watched all 3 in their entirety with commentary.
Any fan bases elitists are the ones that I hate.
Yes, and I think that's fair to point out.
Like, speaking from my neck of the woods, right? Pokemon.
Yeah.
If you don't know the names of all 805 confirmed Pokemon now,
guilty.
I don't fucking care. I don't care. Like, the difference between like people like these fucking elitists and everyone else is the people who aren't elitists don't care how much knowledge the elitists have.
Yeah.
But the elitists, they care about everyone's knowledge of the subject.
Yes.
And if you don't have knowledge that rivals theirs or is close to theirs about a particular subject, you are not a real fan.
You're done. It's ridiculous. And you prove this all the time with your friendship to me, who knows shit about Pokemon most of the time. I can't even pronounce the names. It's awful. And you still keep me around, and I appreciate that.
I didn't think you were going to say knowledge of Pokemon. I thought you were going to say knowledge of setting up your fucking capture card so the colors are correct.
You know what? I don't want to hear that shit. Well, actually, I do.
So it fills the boxes.
It was unfortunate. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me, man. I've had like, I don't know. I'm awful.
I've got my theories.
I'm sure you do. Fuck you, by the way. Fuck you for all those theories.
You need to understand. You need a basic understanding of theoretical physics for me to explain it to you.
Yeah. No, so we're fucked there. But I don't know. It's just like with all the other things that we've seen with other fan bases, Rick and Morty seems to be a little bit more. I don't. Maybe it's because it's recent and it's so viral. But man, it's just this fan base is really, really disgusting. It's really bad. It's so off-putting, and it's kind of making me turn how I feel about the show.
The key word is toxic.
Yeah, I didn't want to use it. It's being memed.
Yeah, I regret it because obviously everyone's like, "Oh my god, Toxic Rick was such a good episode," but did you understand it? Yes. Yes, I understood Toxic Rick. I understood the deep-seated psychological influence of, oh wow, this is all the bad stuff in Rick's mind and how protective he is of Morty and he doesn't want that. Oh wow, that took so much fucking understanding. Pieces of shit.
That health is different for each and every person, and sometimes what might be toxic to you is not toxic to somebody else. That's what you got to understand about it. No, the episode was just funny. How about that?
You know what fucking gets me? What gets me is when children, right? Children aged like 12 years think that just because they've had more time to re-watch episodes of Rick and Morty over and over and over again, because A, they're not doing the fucking homework, B, they have loads of fucking free time because they go to school 5 days a week and the rest of the time is kicking back. You don't even fucking go outside anymore. You're just at home watching Rick and Morty on repeat, dressing up as the fucker and going on Musically, quoting it. Whereas I am working every fucking single day, sometimes fucking 18 hours a day. I don't have time to watch everything over and over again. I'm lucky if I get to watch shit once. And you're going to sit there and try and tell me that you're fucking smarter than me because you've watched Rick and Morty a few more times?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Basically, that's the gist of it.
Go fuck yourself. Really fucking winds me up. Nothing worse than fucking kids that think they are smarter than people. Kid, you don't know what fucking smart is.
I love it. I love it. I've missed child rage rants. They're so good. You actually just got mad over the fact that they only go to school 5 days a week out of 7. That was part of the rant. It's like they need to be in school 7 days a week. I love that. Put them in prisons, camps.
You know what? I wish kids went to school 7 days a fucking week. We'd have a lot of fucking smarter people out there, wouldn't we? Maybe they'd have a knowledge of theoretical physics.
They might. I don't know. Have you seen the school system lately? I don't know. It ain't gonna help much.
The thing is, like, just like you, I love Rick and Morty. I've really warmed to it since Lydia introduced me to it because I was a bit behind the times.
You were.
Like, I enjoy it. I like watching it. It reminds, like, I say it reminds me, because it's an adult-oriented comedy. Like, it reminds me of when I used to watch Family Guy a lot.
Yeah.
And I get that. Although I don't remember Family Guy having a fan base like this. Let's just remember that.
No, they didn't. It didn't. And I think
but then we are in the meme generation. I don't think memes were as such a thing when Family Guy was at the height of its popularity.
I think because Family Guy had such a close connection. It was close to The Simpsons. It was right there with The Simpsons. You know, it followed or preceded The Simpsons. So there was always Rick and Morty doesn't. It stands on its own. It's a different network, different demographic, different writing style, different artistry. There's really
a much more intelligent demographic, I hear.
I hear this might be the case. They drink cognac and talk about the world and all of its problems. They
don't drink cognac. They drink each other's fucking cum all day long. That's all they do. They jerk each other off, dressed as Rick and Morty, and they fucking drink each other's fucking cum and gargle it all day long. Doesn't matter if they're boys or girls. They come in each other's faces all day long while dressed as fucking Rick with that fucking monobrow. And they're like, I'm Pickle Rick, as they're fucking coming. And their mate's like, oh, theoretical physics and nihilism. There you go. That's kids 2017.
I almost had a portal gun.
P.S. If you're subscribed to my channel, I fucking love you, and thanks for sticking around.
That's right. Thanks for being here, by the way. Make sure you hit the like button, because we are very supportive of everybody here that might be underage as well.
I know Aspel in the chat keeps saying, Liam, I'm 12 years old. Jesus Christ. Just remember that when I am talking about the 12-year-olds of the Rick and Morty fan base, I'm not talking about all 12-year-olds. Let's not use blanket statements here.
And not you specifically. Don't get mad.
Unless, Aspel, you have a Musically account where you do dress up as Rick and Morty, in which case, then you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and if you say that you're 12 one or two more times, I'm kind of going to have to lump you in with that category, because we get it. You're 12. It's not about you. It's about Rick and Morty and goddamn fans. Not about you. Apply it where it's needed. If not, let it go. Liam doesn't hate you. He might.
If you're one of the 12-year-olds that aren't the cringy side of the Rick and Morty fan base, then I fucking salute you. You can't see it, but I'm saluting you right now.
I'll salute for you.
American style.
There you go. Nice. Thumb tucked or untucked? What'd you do? Fuck yeah. No tuck.
Tucked, mate. Tucked.
You don't tuck. No, you don't do that. That's not good. You're Zig Heiling almost. No.
I tuck and I bend over, and then you can see it from the back. Are we talking about the same thing?
Totally different, but I'll talk to you afterwards. Don't worry. Date night is Saturday. Date night is Saturday. We got you. Why are people putting their ages in the chat? I don't care if you're 27. I don't care. What does that got to do with anything? Oh my God, I love it. All right.
I don't wish I was 12 because I wasn't baiting at 12, and fucking that's one of my favorite hobbies now. I would be without an extra hobby if I was 12 now.
Yeah, I would just be discovering my first hobby too. So, flogging a log, gilding a lily.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. That was when I was 12. It was great. It's fantastic. Psychotic. I'm
does
7.
Does that worry you if someone's username is psychotic and they were actually 7 years old?
No, well, as long as they don't have my address. No, not really.
Psychotic 7-year-olds. Where are we at?
It sounds like a really good name for a band, though, if you think about it. Psychotic 7-year-old. So let me ask you this, because a lot of people have gone to Twitter and stated that, this fan base is kind of pushing them away from the show, that even if the show does return, they're not going to watch it. Do you think that's true for anybody? And in your case specifically, is this disgusting behavior enough to push you away from Rick and Morty?
Well, no, because the thing is, when I sit down to watch Rick and Morty, who I sit with and watch Rick and Morty?
Lydia.
I sit with Lydia.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're feeling a bit fruity, maybe the dogs can come and sit with us and chill out in the room while we're watching it. I don't sit in my living room, with the entire fucking Rick and Morty fan base stood around me going, wubba lubba dub dub, Pickle Rick, Tiny Phil, kind of fucking Tiny Phil, Tiny Rick.
Tiny Phil for days. By the way, you got to write him. He hasn't written me back. I need him on my show.
Oh, I'll nudge him. But so to say I'm not watching the show anymore because of the fan base, you don't watch the show with the fan base in the room. You can watch the show independently of the fan base and just ignore them when they're online talking about fucking memeing and shit like that. And it just shouldn't take away from your enjoyment of the show.
Ignore them. What?
If you're watching a show, right? If you ignore is the worst word I could
ignore them. How can you? But they're talking on the internet, Liam. How can you ignore them? They're talking about something you like. How you can't ignore that?
Listen, right? No. Listen, dickhead. Listen, right? When you are watching a show, if it has a cringy fan base and you're watching the new episode and you go, oh, I don't really like this because I know the memes that are going to be made about it, you're probably not that big a fan of that show.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show and you're going, I'm really enjoying this, this is really funny, I can't wait to watch more, then you're probably a fan of that show.
Right. I can't believe you just suggested something so insane, so ludicrous, so crazy and groundbreaking as actually just enjoying what you like and don't worry about the other people who might be ruining
a great way. Here's a great
Oh.
fucking way I've found to not see Rick and Morty memes on my Twitter feed. I don't fucking follow people that post Rick and Morty memes. And you know what? If someone's posting too much of something that you don't like, but you don't want to unfollow them because like that would be rude and they're a friend of yours, fucking mute them. I mute people when they post too many pictures of their children because I'm just not interested in people's children. So I mute them so I don't have to fucking look at children in my news feed. It's a beautiful thing. Right. I have a child-free Twitter feed. It's fucking fantastic.
You know you're going to get flooded with kid pics now. You know it's coming, right? I mean, you're getting absolutely flooded at Ace Trainer Liam. At Ace Trainer Liam on Twitter.
I'm gonna mute every single person that sends me a kid pic.
Oh, you're gonna go have them scream in oblivion. That's not nice. I'm
gonna go Keemstar on them. I'm gonna mute everyone.
There you go. I still haven't been reblocked.
You can blacklist terms as well.
Yes, you can.
So you could blacklist the words Rick and Morty, and
yeah, like Kian did. Kian blacklisted Rick and Morty. I couldn't live in a world like that. You know what? It's like we live in a meme culture. You know, it's just that's the world we live in. If you're in social media, especially if you're on the internet, if you're a public figure, we live in meme culture. We see it all the time. Most of the shows that we watch, we talk about. It's all about memeing and the pursuit of the next meme and what is the dead meme and all these things.
There you go. There's a perfect example. Kian said Liam has muted me because I told her. I said, I know you're proud because your baby's just been born and congratulations, but I know you're going to post a lot of pictures of your baby and you know I'm just not interested in seeing that. So I'm going to mute you.
And she's one of your better fans too, man.
And she's one of my favorite fucking fans. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to mute you. But she knows, and she knows, Kian knows that if she wants to contact me about anything, she can DM me or she can @ me. Because if you mute someone, they can still @ you.
Oh, that's too fantastic. Oh my god. I love that. I love that you muted one of your better fans.
She says he probably did, Key, and I told you during the stream. Oh shit, it's all coming out.
She's
now.
about to find out. She didn't know. She's about to fucking know. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm keeping my eyes on the goddamn chat on that one.
Hell yeah.
She had no idea. Just none. No idea. But
Don't
you know,
worry,
Can's
Kian,
cool though. She doesn't care.
Don't worry, darling. You're not the only one.
Right.
There are so many muted people that I follow. I don't even follow that many people. It's amazing I get any tweets at all.
We gotta cull the numbers. Gotta cull them down. Can't keep too many in there. You gotta stay.
I mean, bearing in mind, I unfollowed Birdkeeper Toby for like 6 months and he didn't realize.
Did you really?
He started posting fucking. I think it was when he started posting Musical.lys. Like it's him doing like Pokemon impressions and stuff, and I was like, if you post any more of these, I'm unfollowing you. And he joked and did more and did one directed at me, so I just unfolled him. 6 months later, we were at a convention or something. And I was like, Toby, should I refollow you? And he was like, you unfollowed me? I was like, hell yeah, I fucking did.
Yeah. How could you? Oh man, he's such a good guy.
No mercy.
He's the sweetest of all the sweethearts, and you're gonna unfollow.
You know what? Scroll through his Instagram until you get to the Musical.ly section, and then tell me he's a good guy.
No, I'm good. I don't need to do that. It's like
don't hurt yourself. You'll pull a muscle.
Right? Yeah. I don't need to do it. I don't need to have a lesser opinion. I love him too much. He's so great. He's oh my god. That would be like kicking a bunny. A nice bunny with a great set of hair. He's got great hair. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. Might be in love with him. I might be. Fuck. I have problems. Anyways, so let me ask you this follow-up question to all the fan bases. We're in pop culture and stuff. We talk about Pokemon and all that. What do you think is the most toxic fan base that you have come across, not counting the Rick and Morty fan base, which I think is still in the running, but not quite the top? What is the big one for you?
My Little Pony.
Really? Is that a joke or is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I've never spoken to bronies, but they scare me.
They do. Anything. Yes, bronies should scare everybody. It's not good. It's bad. I think for me, Trekkies. Trekkies can be really bad, man.
You know what's really weird? I find a lot of Star Wars fans that are really accepting of Star Trek and like it. I find very few like devout Trekkies that are like, yeah, I like a bit of Star Wars now and again.
It's like they can't. They're not allowed to say it.
Yeah, it's banned.
It's really, really bad. It's like I can't believe that that's the case.
Oh shit! Yeah, Jake Paulers is a great option.
Ooh, yeah, I think you could throw that. But I mean, could you just go into instead of just Jake Paul? I mean, can't we just go a little bit deeper, like that specific community or one of our communities? I mean, look, you can make a strong case that the commentary community has got one of the worst fucking fan bases of anybody.
My God, yeah, like soonish, I'm gonna be on Shot from the Point, and I'm fucking terrified.
Have fun.
Yeah, because like I'm used to my little audience that are like,
your videos are so cringy and you're stupid.
Whereas now it's gonna be like, you're a fucking mate.
Oh yeah, you're getting it. You're gonna get. Why do you color your hair, you fig? You know, you're fucked, buddy. It's over.
Yeah, my YouTube name is Enna Effer, so you know I'm exactly the kind of edgy guy that you can't handle. Like, all right, mate.
Yeah. Tommy tried to give you my slot this Wednesday. Didn't you know? I didn't even think about it.
And then he got ill.
Yeah.
He got ill. He couldn't handle being without you. He got fucking separation anxiety.
I guess so. We just spent the goddamn weekend together, basically. I don't know.
He'd rather not do Shot from the Point than do it with me instead of you. That's what it is.
He replaced me. He didn't even think that I was going to be on.
Then he fucking invades my show.
He did invade your
show.
A
public domestic.
He did. He invaded your show tonight. That was great.
God damn. Brings fucking love phones to the Ace Train and Liam Twitch channel.
That's pretty great. It was pretty wonderful.
He did dig me out of a massive hole, though.
Yeah. The best part of that was watching Lydia's expression, listening to Tommy, because it's the exact same expression I have every single day. Every day when I get my daily 3-hour phone call from Tommy C. Every day. It's same look. Same look. You just write it out. It'll...
Oh, you talk to Tommy every day?
Oh, God, every day. He slept at my house this weekend. Every day.
Dead gay.
That's it's pretty gay. He's my best friend. Fuck off.
Oh, he's my best friend.
Yeah. Fuck you. Next time Phil comes over, I'm memeing the fuck out of that asshole. My God, drunk night with Phil. Fuck you.
How do you know I've not memed his asshole?
Good. You have actually. I know you've memed Phil when he's come over.
We've done a cream pie challenge.
Oh. Oh.
That's an actual video you can search up. Australian
no.
PD Winner Cream Pie Challenge on YouTube, not Pornhub.
That's good clickbait right there. That's some good clickbait, man. That's strong. I don't know if it would have won Rice Gum's challenge, but you wouldn't have got the money anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That was some creamy bait.
Oh, cream bait. Oh god. Okay, move. Oh, I almost threw up.
Yeah, segue out of that
you
one.
You almost made me puke. I almost threw up there. That was bad. I don't know why. I'm pretty solid stomach, and I'm a disgusting fuck. But for some reason, that got me. I don't know. Just
I've seen you do worse. I've seen you vomit on stream.
It was the visual, like of Phil, like bricking on you or something. I don't know that one.
I've seen you vomit topless on stream.
I have vomited topless on stream. This is true. That's some fucked up stuff. All right. Well,
why am I still around? What is wrong with me?
I don't fucking know, man.
Is this because I don't have a knowledge of theoretical physics?
I think that's exactly why. I think that's exactly the problem. Yeah, you gotta get.
It must be my nihilism coming into play.
Watch all the episodes again. I think you'll be caught up. You'll be fine. Just watch them all again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll be good. Watch the commentary.
I will as soon as I get out of school. I'll watch it.
You know, the funny thing is this episode is going to kind of be ragey. Where I can just already tell, and we've already started quite well. Well, let's move to the next thing that I got for you, because
I just want to throw one last thing in, by the way. You know the last episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty?
Yes, let's talk about that. Go ahead.
As far as last episodes of Rick and Morty go, it was kind of boring.
Don't you feel that 2 episodes prior, the Tales of Rick and Morty, where they were at the Citadel, wouldn't that have been a much better season finale?
Oh, Tales of the Citadel was sick with evil Morty at the end.
It was great. It was
being the president of the Citadel. That was fucking sick.
I like this episode. I like the season finale. I didn't like it because it felt like a cop out. It's like, because they obviously screwed up. The second episode of the season, I was just like, they've done fucked up. Making Beth as big of a character as they did and all of these things.
Yeah.
And they just really fucked that up for me, and I didn't like it. We don't need that in-depth character development. Just tell the jokes. It's what you're good at. So
they basically sat there and they were like, hey, we could make Beth like important,
right?
And not just a side character. But they did the same, to be fair, they did the same thing with fucking Jerry. When Jerry and Beth got fucking divorced, they were like, hey, let's make more episodes that feature more of Jerry, because everyone loves Jerry, right? Everyone loves a middle-aged divorcee that can't understand the world. Wow, great content.
They really stuck it in his ass this season. I mean, like every time they had a chance, they really just, they beat him to death. It was pretty bad. And then, but they do all of that just to bring the entire family back together in a way that.
Hashtag spoiler alert.
Hashtag sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh well, we're a couple weeks removed. We're fine. It's fine. Go watch it. If you didn't watch it, it's not my fault. Fuck off. So you have all of that, and I do wish that it would have been a little bit better. I didn't hate the episode though, but if that's the final Rick and Morty we get, oof.
Exactly.
Eat Barbadurkle.
Before it's the final one before the movie.
Oh, there will definitely be something. I mean, they always do shorts and things like that, but. It's just going to be interesting to see.
The only way I would accept a Rick and Morty movie is if it's live action. You get what's his name, Christopher Lloyd, to play Rick, but have the main, I can't remember his name.
Michael J. Fox.
No, the guy that voices Rick.
Oh, Justin Roiland.
Justin, yeah, have Justin Roiland voice. Have
Just dub him? Just dub Christopher Lloyd?
Have Christopher Lloyd act it and have Justin Roiland dub it.
Why do I love that? I love that so much.
They don't do that in movies enough. The only thing I can remember is where I think it's the movie Her. They had an actress like do the whole movie, and then they were like, actually, we'll get Scarlett Johansson to do this voice.
We could do this a lot better. Figure this out.
Good choice, though. Jesus Christ.
Oh God, that's basically
things I would do to that poor young lady.
It's yeah.
I give her my knowledge.
Yeah. Let me tell you about nihilism, Scarlett.
let me teach you about the subtle nuances of Rick and Morty, Scarlett.
You mind if I call you ScarJo?
Yeah. Oh God.
She's so fine. Oh God, it's painful.
Boom, dickhead.
Pain. Yeah, that's right. So aside from all of that great stuff, which I could just rant and rage on toxic fan bases all day long, there's something else that's going on. It kind of fits into the same type of category of people whining and bitching, complaining, moaning for absolutely no fucking reason. Did you know this, Liam? That video games are now too hard? Did you know this?
Oh God, I grew up in the 90s.
And it's only because of Cuphead. Cuphead is showing the world that video games are too hard.
How can this game have a limited number of lives and no checkpoints? What? I have to do the level again because I died?
Oh, no.
These bosses provide a challenge. There's more than one thing moving on the screen at once. Oh, my God.
Makes
I just
no
can't
sense.
do Cuphead. It's the Dark Souls of platform gaming.
You know, I grew up in a world with Ninja Gaiden Black. I don't want to hear this bullshit.
No,
I don't want to fucking hear it.
You want to play a hard game that's hard to fucking complete? I'm going to throw out my favorite game of all time. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. That game was fucking hard.
Yes, it was.
Do you know how many fucking... yeah, you had unlimited lives, but do you know how many times you could be hit in that game? Once.
Right.
And then you die and go back. And if you get hit again, once you die, you go back to the start of the area. That game was fucking hard. Saving all 99 fucking aliens in that game was fucking solid. But you know what we did, children? We tried and we tried and we tried again. And we beat the fucking game. And that's what we did. And you know what? That's what you do with Cuphead. Yep. I struggle with Cuphead. It's fucking hard. It's a difficult game. I'll give you that. And it really frustrates me. But that's what gaming's about.
Isn't it?
Gaming in its essence is you play the game gives you a challenge, you get defeated over and over and over again. And every time you get defeated, you remember a little bit more of what happened in that bit of gameplay. And you go, right. Now I know, okay, so when he does this move, I go up. And then he's going to immediately fire, like, let's go with that fucking blimp thing. He's going to immediately fire out the word ha across the screen. And I need to duck away from that. And then when these bombs fire out, I'll shrink my plane so the bombs miss me. It's just fucking trial and error. Have you ever heard of that? I need to teach you the subtle nuances of trial and error. Right. It's a really foreign concept nowadays, but it's where you don't succeed the first time in everything, like you're playing Pokemon X or Y. You just fucking play the game and the game shits all over you and you go back and do it again.
You learn a life lesson. This is that whole fucking participation ribbon culture.
I want these kids that think Cuphead is hard to go play Final Fantasy VIII and make your way to Omega Weapon, the hardest boss in the entire game, and tell me that that's fucking easy. Jesus Christ.
It's participation ribbon culture at its fucking finest. It's like you're supposed to be learning lessons in life. That's what we're here to do. We're supposed to grow, learn, get better at things. Yes, and that can apply to video games as well. Let me tell you one of the best experiences I've had watching anybody do anything on YouTube in the past 4 months. It was watching this asshole right here fail for 3 hours playing that goddamn that Crash Bandicoot game. It followed up the same fucking level. The bridge of fucking frustration. Watch it. It was unbelievable. It was but guess what? He had a blast doing it.
He had so much fucking fun.
That's fun. It's fun.
Do you know why? Because it wasn't, oh, this level's too hard. By the end of it, it was, I want to beat this level.
Right.
This level stepped up to me. We're fucking chest to chest right now, and the level's fucking staring down at me like, hey, little guy, you're about to get fucked up. And I'm like, no, bitch, I'm going to uppercut your fucking chin. That's what was going on.
Because you rise to the challenge. You don't complain and bitch and tell the developers, which I've seen a lot, they need to make a different variation of the game that's easier. And why do you think this is, though? That's the question I have for you. Why do you think this is happening?
Heroes always get knocked down at least once before they win.
You seen Rocky? You ever seen Rocky? Shit. But why do you think this is happening? Why do you think that there is this turn where now nobody, at least in the gaming community, these fucking whining little bitches want to complain instead of rise to the challenge? Why do you think that's happening? Because I have my theory.
I think it's because parents of children were complaining that their innocent little flower was getting so sad and depressed because they could not beat this game. She couldn't beat the game, so now she's showing signs of depression, and I think that's disgraceful. You must make the games easier. And the game companies went, fuck, parents are turning on us, right? Yeah. Make the games easier, cakewalk, hour-long tutorials, and then never let go of their hand. Oh, sorry, that was just Pokemon.
That was different.
That was just my baby.
Your experience, yes. It's funny to me because video games have been quote unquote mainstream for a long time. But the reality is that's just something we've said for a long time. Yes, there's pop culture icons from the 80s and 90s that are considered mainstream. That's completely fine. But there are, right now in the world, there are more people playing video games every day than ever before. It's everywhere. It's on your phones. It's on every type of device that you could possibly have all around you. And there is a new market that is where the most money is being made in the video game industry. It's called the casual video game market. And it's these cunts that cannot fucking deal with anything of substance or difficulty, because they've been told that they're special for the last 25 years, 20 years, 15 years, 12 years, 5 years, doesn't fucking matter how old they are, because over the last 25 years, all these fucking kids have been told that they're special, that they should be able to have anything they want. It's called this entitlement syndrome, and it all comes down to the casual gaming market. And I blame the Wii. I blame the Wii.
Pyoxis has just reminded me, because they're talking about kids that break their games consoles and stuff.
I broke some controllers when I was a kid.
Girl I used to be friends with, her brother was a real fucking little shit. I fucking hated him.
He's a kid,
real fucking cunt. No, this is when I was like, I was a kid.
You probably still hated kids when you were a kid, more than likely.
And, yeah, probably. Never have warmed to them. And then he basically, he'd get mad at a game and you'd hear him fucking squealing like a little pig in the other room. And one time he threw his controller at the fucking floor and it smashed into like 4 pieces. And I just fucking looked at him and I was like, so did that complete the level for you? No, I can't play the game now because my controller's broken. And like, if I would have been as sarcastic as I am now back then, I'd have just given him a fucking slow clap. I was just like, looks like you need a new controller, right? But like, honestly, you know what was fucking hard? The last hard thing I remember doing in a game, like apart from like now that Cuphead's out, the last thing I remember being genuinely hard was about 10 years ago. One of the Raw versus SmackDown games. One of the challenges was on legend difficulty, beat the Great Khali in a 2-on-1 handicap with the Mexicools. And I, to this day, have not done that. I've seen people on YouTube do it. I have never done it. And that shit was challenging because he was murderous.
I can't believe we just got a Great Khali reference. That's amazing.
It's the only time I've ever been impressed with the Great Khali is like, wow, I'm using both the Mexicools and I can't take you down on legend difficulty because you're countering. The Great Khali doesn't counter.
No,
what?
You can barely fucking count, let alone.
But somehow his fucking finisher level got through, and then fucking Super Crazy gets Khali chopped in the head, and I'm like, dude, I'm outside the ring. I can't do this. I'm crazy.
I am crazy. I am super, and I am crazy. Simply because in the chat says, I know a guy who's complaining about Nightmare and Legendary modes in games, saying they're too hard. Surely that's the point of those game modes, right? I'll take it a step farther. There's been people that I've seen that are trying to get those fucking modes banned from fucking, like, they protest video game companies for even including them. It's optional. It's optional. Like,
oh, but I can't, my little snowflake kid can't complete the game if there's game modes that they can't beat.
Right. Do we need to release like 16 different versions of games for the difficulty levels now?
Ooh, I triggered some people with my Wii comment. Fuck off. I don't care. The Wii ruined everything. The Wii brought this goddamn whole casual gaming culture, this whole fucking retarded.
I understand what you mean when you say that the Wii, like, you're not saying the Wii was a bad console.
Yes, I am.
You're saying that the Wii was too accessible. Because even Grandma was like, oh, I can pick up the Nintendo Wii and I can play all my favorite games like Yoga Instructor.
You want to bowl with me today, Sonny? No. Look, I had a Wii, and just like all of you, guess how long I played it? Same amount of time as you. 2 fucking weeks. Just like all of you. You know it.
Except when Smash Bros. Brawl came out. That was fucking sick.
That was the 3rd week for most people.
That had solid fucking Snake in a Smash Bros. Game.
That was kind of
I refuse to accept any further Smash Bros. Game, apart from the one that had Mega Man in it. That was fucking sick.
That was pretty sick.
And Pac-Man. Mega Man and Pac-Man fucking duking it out. That was sick.
I'm just
you know what? You know what? The whole series, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Smash Brothers is pretty sweet. I'm not a huge fighting game guy, but it is fun to. It's fun to watch, and that's rare for me because I don't like to watch.
Oh, I can't play Smash for shit, but I just like hitting buttons and seeing if I get far.
It's just this console, this system that came out. It made everything accessible, just like you said, but it brought this goddamn. It gave a false sense of security because Nintendo started making money again for the first time in a while because they had a couple stinkers in a row, and then it got obliterated in sales because people stopped playing it, people stopped buying it. And now it's taken Nintendo a little bit of time to get to somewhere that is fucking legitimately awesome in the Switch. It's incredible. And This doesn't feel like something that's going to unnecessarily bring in a whole new gaming market just because you as a development company can't churn out something to appeal to the masses of the hardcore gaming community anymore. Because that's what I feel happened. I feel Nintendo lost its touch, couldn't appeal to the hardcore community any longer, so they went to where they thought they can start a new niche market, and that was the casuals. That's what I think the real purpose of the Wii was, and it fucking failed. It made some money, but then it didn't, and it's become a goddamn joke. And it also gave birth to the Wii U. Ugh. Oh, God. I'm sure there's a Wii U defender.
Console I never needed to buy.
No. Why? Why? We got its sexy cousin now in the Switch.
Oh my God, filthy casual. Metal Gear Solid on European Extreme. Fuck me. That was a game. You want to talk difficulty, kids? This wasn't one bullet and you die. This was if an enemy sees you, it's game over. If you go into the line of sight of an enemy, if you make too loud of a noise and the enemy gets alerted, you have failed the game. It's fucking beautiful. And like to get like big boss, like as your ranking at the end, it was like get through the game in a set amount of hours on European Extreme without saving.
Good luck.
With no continues. It's literally like you would need to play the game for 6 hours and not die, not be seen by anyone.
It's I like things like the Fallout.
The thing is, as not even I'm not even that good of a gamer.
Right.
But if I play a game, I like the fact that I can tailor the game to my gaming level. Like I look at it and I'm like, I don't need to do easy. I'll at least do normal because that's how the game's intended to be played.
Right.
But then I look at it and I'm like, if I feel up for a bit of a challenge, if the game seems a bit too easy, I could slip it up to hard mode. I'll have a go.
And it's good to have that option. You should want to have that option.
You know what's the crazy thing is if you try hard mode and it's too difficult, you could go back to normal.
You could.
You could just go to normal mode. It's fucking oh my God, what a concept.
But
you really need a knowledge of theoretical physics to understand the subtle nuances of the amendable difficulty.
That's right. But you know what I do kind of like that we've seen this uptick in independent developers and even some mainstream games that don't even have difficulty settings anymore. I don't know if Cuphead has a difficulty setting on it. Does it? I'm not even sure.
I think it has. I think it has easy and normal.
I kind of like when a game just has like an intuitive response to how you play. We've seen this a couple of times, not in anything really big. I'm trying to think of the games that I know that I played that were like that would kind of learn to you and would adjust its difficulty accordingly. I kind of like stuff like that. It kind of takes all the guesswork out of it.
I know I keep bringing it up because I keep playing it every Tuesday, but Final Fantasy VIII, apparently, someone told me recently, if you stay under level 30, the bosses stay a certain level. Oh. The minute you get to level 30, with each level you grow, the bosses in the game grow a level as well.
You see that in RPGs all the time, yeah.
Yeah, it gets harder the higher level you get, and I think that's fucking sick. That's the way games should be.
You know, there's another game that's kind of perfect that's just like that, that's level-based without having a difficulty setting. Hearthstone. Hearthstone's a card game, and this is exactly how all card games should be. There's ranking systems. You stay within your rank, and you're able to beat people who are around. Like, you have a chance against people who are in your same rank most of the time. You're not dead in the water. But the higher you go up, guess what? The harder shit gets. And that's a challenge people want. They aspire. I've watched Colossals Crazy try to climb up the rankings. You know why? Because it's fucking fun to do. Why are people fighting against trying to strive to be better, but instead they want cards to be nerfed? They want bosses to be nerfed. They want difficulty settings to be changed because it's too hard, and sometimes not even for them, but for their children at home. My son tried to play Cuphead, and now he wants to kill himself because he couldn't beat the game. Well, your kid has bigger fucking problems than not being able to beat Cuphead, okay? You know, talk
if your kid wants to kill himself because he can't play Cuphead, let him go. Have another.
The let him go thing, I had no problem with. To have another, I was like, oh, fuck.
Like pancakes. First one's always a throwaway.
That's true.
Like, just basically, if your kid is dumb enough to think that the biggest problem in his life is that he can't beat Cuphead and that he needs to end his life, you want to go and have a smart one.
Try again.
Simple as that.
Just erase the board, start over. It's a lost fucking cause. I don't know. I guess that's kind of why I've always kind of liked Pokemon. Because Pokemon's the same way. There's no difficulty setting. You just play the goddamn game. You know, and then like the more you go up, the more you progress, because it is rather linear, the harder the game gets, the harder the bosses get. What's wrong with that? I don't hear people bitching about difficulty of Pokemon. Almost never. In fact, we hear the opposite. Like Pokemon Sun and Moon. What's the biggest complaint? Too much hand-holding. Too much hand-holding. Kept you in Island 3 until they stopped holding your fucking hand, you know? I like that ability to go with the game, to grow with the game. I don't see the problem here. I don't see the problem with Cuphead. I don't get it. And by the way, there's a hell of a lot more fucking difficult games out there than Cuphead. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because the elite level gamers of the fucking world, they're destroying Cuphead. There are people who are speed running this fucking game. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Because I don't see a lot of people doing the game black.
We're only finding it hard because we've had about a decade of easy games.
Right.
We've had a decade of games going, oh, you can't quite do that level. That's okay, baby. Just, you know, just do this.
Super Mario Jump, you know, all these damn cell phone games. You know, they're so easy. They're so simple. They're designed to be, because they're designed to take your fucking money, for one. These are not video games that are designed to be challenging or difficult or challenge you as a gamer, because they're not really appealing to you if you're a hardcore gamer. They're trying to get the casual gamers cash, the microtransactions. They want you to be able to beat the game relatively easily and use up as many of whatever daily plays you're able to do, or moves or whatever, until you have to buy more stars or dust or whatever the fuck dildos that you got to get to play more of that game. That's all it's about. It's not supposed to be a challenge. And that's where the problem is, and that's where the disconnect comes from, because we have this massive culture of people that are here on this now. They're here for the casual stuff. That's all they know. That's what they think gaming is. And something like Cuphead comes around that looks like it could be something for casuals, but it's not. It's going to wreck your face, and it should. Stop bitching.
Cuphead is I would say, Cuphead is my favorite game of 2017.
It's a great game.
It's like, it's fun to play, and yeah, it's frustrating, and yeah, I've probably not played it for a week or so because I'm a little bit frustrated with it. But I know I can pick up that game, jump straight into any bit of it. The story doesn't fucking matter in that game, so I can just pick it up and I can just pick a fucking boss level and be like, all right, let's do this. Let's see if we can do it. This will be fun. And that's what games should be about.
Right.
Just have fucking fun. Stop moaning that the game's too fucking hard when you could just enjoy the challenge. This is why everyone's growing up fucking dumb. Because when exams at school get too difficult, they lower the grades that you need to pass. Shit like that. Like, you can, if you think you got a bad grade in a fucking test in like university and college, you can go to your tutor and you can be like, hey, I think this grade should have been an A. And they can be like, why do you think that? And you'll be like, because I did this and I worked really hard. And they go, all right, that fucking C is an A now. Just get the fuck out of my office. And that is 2017 in a nutshell.
Seems to be. It really does seem to be, because it seems to be, if you bitch loud enough.
No one has to try anymore.
No.
The only thing you have to try at is you have to try and complain and sound as miserable as possible.
If you can gather a following on Twitter, yeah, if your retweet can get, 15,000 fucking retweets, if your tweet can get something going, you might have a chance to make a change. That's the culture we live in right now. It
doesn't even matter how nonsensical your argument about how Blade Runner 2049 doesn't represent
I see what you did there. Very nice.
Yeah. Nice little segue.
It's a great segue, because there is something
into Anita Sarkeesian.
I love the fact that Anita Sarkeesian can't go away. If you don't know who Anita Sarkeesian is, she is the one responsible for the whole Gamergate movement a few years back that just really is nonsensical. I'm not going to sit here and give you all the finer points of Gamergate. Basically, sexism bad, destroying lives, and games are propagating it, and that's it. Basically, in a nutshell. Now, she's gotten herself into a little bit of situation earlier this year when she, for really no reason, attacked Sargon of Akkad at a convention at VidCon, and now she's back at it again with something.
But Dave, he sat in the front row.
How dare he? How dare he? But she's back again, and Liam, she's back with something so important, a message of such dire importance that everybody has to know. It's about Blade Runner, the Blade Runner movie that everyone seems to be loving, by the way. So Anita Sarkeesian,
Dave, talk me through the story of Blade Runner, and I'll tell you what's missing.
Yes, let's talk about the wonderful story, the backstory of Blade Runner, with all of the androids, robots, fucking artificial intelligence, all these really nice science fiction storylines. But what is it missing, Liam? Yeah.
What about the representation of gender and race in these films? Is there not a dialogue about this in the movie?
No, there's not. There's no sexism talk in the movie, Liam, at all.
So they don't sit down and have a cultural debate about the roles of black women in the movie?
No. You know, there seemed to be more important shit going on. You know, the war for humanity.
We're not getting into spoilers because I've not seen the movie.
I haven't seen it either. So I don't want to give any spoilers either.
And the only review I've seen of it is Anita Sarkeesian's, and I don't think I missed anything.
Oh, I knew I was gonna get shit. I knew I was gonna get shit because I didn't use the proper term replicants. I knew I was gonna get shit. You fucking nerds.
You said androids and robots.
I was just going. I was giving something for everybody. I was trying to be inclusive. I was channeling my Anita Sarkeesian. I was being inclusive.
If only you had that knowledge of theoretical physics, that basic understanding, you'd be able to contribute to this conversation. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Tell me about nihilism, will you please? Oh my god.
I'm Pickle Blade Runner.
Bitch. But so she comes back and she has this fucking rant. She goes off about how sexism is not properly fucking spelled out in the movie. Like, this movie really needed to talk about sexism and misogyny and race, all this type of shit that nobody wants to fucking see in a sci-fi movie. And she is properly getting fucking lambasted once again.
One of my favorite things in that is, like, she talks about how women aren't represented well enough in the movie, and black people and minorities aren't represented enough in the movie. And I'm like, yeah, but someone turned around and was like, yeah, but how many white men in that movie were cannon fodder and were just killed over
She's okay with that.
and over again?
She's okay with that. Cis white male, she's fine with that. Totally fine. Totally fine with that.
I'm not white. I have colored skin.
And colored hair. You're fine.
I'm all good. I'm a person of color at this point.
You basically, even though you are one of the, I mean, literally, you never get a tan. I'm worried about you. I don't know if... Don't go outside. Like
I have a patch on the back of my neck that gets tanned. Thank you very much.
Nice. Very nice.
I call it my melanoma.
This will be the one spot that I have designated for the cancer. It'll be completely fine. It's easily findable now. Jeez.
I'm just going to get it tattooed with fucking arrows that just say, here, please.
Right. Remove tumor here. It's perfect. Doctors will appreciate that. And I think they'll really like that. It's just, I don't know. Is she even relevant enough to continue on this type of fucking journey anymore? I mean, what's the point of it? She's been properly debunked in almost every goddamn facet. Nobody really takes her all that serious anymore. She doesn't really draw anymore at conventions. Her channel doesn't do what it used to do.
Just the thing is, when it comes to people like Anita Sarkeesian, like look, I fucking love equality. Right? I'm going to say this right off the bat. I love the idea of everybody in the world not feeling like, oh, I'm black, I'm white, I'm a man, I'm a woman. Just feeling like we're all people and everybody is equal to me and I am equal to them. And I'm totally cool with that. I love that. I think it's great. I wish the fucking idiots that aren't on board with that could fucking get on board and join us in the 21st century.
Sure.
The problem I have is when people think of feminism now, they think of people like Anita Sarkeesian. Right. They think of radical feminism. They think of, like, there is an attitude. I don't have this attitude, but there is an attitude that I am aware of that a lot of people have. When they think of feminism, they think, oh, yeah, feminism, you know, women moaning about how they don't have this and that, they don't have that. And you know why people think that? Not because they're misogynists, not because they're anti-equality. It's because they've watched Anita Sarkeesian, like, who considers herself a fucking advocate for feminists and women's rights and whatnot, moaning constantly, never having a happy thing to say about anything that involves cis white males. And it's like, if you spend all your time moaning about what's wrong, you're not getting results. You're just making the people around you hate the people who don't want equality. So then you're judging them all the time, and therefore you're putting a halt on equality. And you're also stopping the people who you could be converting. You could be convincing people that equality is something that could happen in our generation, which it really fucking could. But you're then putting them off because they go, wait, what does equality mean? Let me talk to an expert. Oh, this girl's just fucking moaning constantly. Wow, I'm a cis white male. I can't do anything right. Oh, maybe I don't want to listen to her opinion because all she does is berate me.
Oh, yeah.
And make me feel bad for something my fucking ancestors have done.
Well, that's the point.
That's not a real good judgment call on my character because I've raised myself differently.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the point. It's her biggest argument, like the consequences. It's shut up, or you're a racist. Shut up, or you're a misogynist.
Hang on. Simply because you're completely fucking wrong. Equality does not equal communism.
No,
I didn't say everybody should be on the same pay grade. I didn't say brain surgeons should get the same pay as a fucking dustbin man. I was saying that if you have black skin and I have white skin, you should treat me the same way I treat you. That's not communism. That's dude. Common fucking sense. Thank you very much.
I can't believe.
Shut the fuck up and sit
down. I can't believe someone actually typed that. Like that's not.
Yes, I love you. Thank you for watching the show. Really appreciate you tuning in.
No, I can actually take it or leave him at that point. At this point, I can't. Communism. No.
Really?
No. I mean, look, that's actually kind of a radical thought in some ways. If you think that the ability to see everybody the same and not really judge anybody based off the content of like the color of their skin or their sex or their gender or anything like that, what are you trying to say?
yo, buddy, what do you think of that guy over there? He's from Africa. Skin's a bit darker than mine, but not really got a problem. You communist!
You commie! How dare you not fucking think that we're better than those over there?
It's okay. Simply because jumped in at the wrong moment. That's fine.
Fair enough. We'll give you a pass. We won't beat you up too much.
It's all good. It's all good.
You're good.
We cool here. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because I'm all about equality.
We'll bust your balls, and then don't worry. We'll talk to you after the show about nihilism and all kinds of astrophysics. Okay, we got you. We'll watch Rick and Morty together, and we'll be just perfectly fine.
Oh, we'll get all the nuances together, right? In the face.
All the references. We'll explain them. It'll be great, and we'll eat pickle Ricks together. It'll be fantastic. Yes, eat pickle Ricks. Fuck off. Okay.
And filthy casual is 100% right. I'm talking about egalitarianism.
There you go.
Which is equality. You could say it a lot easier. You can just say equality.
Yeah,
it's really easy to say.
No, but it's not. It's so much better with an ism at the end. That's a really good word too. It's a really it just looks nice to look at. I'm kind of just entranced at it in the chat.
I'm just gonna amend it and ebonics it, and it's gonna be equalitism.
There you go. I like equalitism. That's pretty sweet. I kind of want to round back to the thing that we started to talk about at the beginning of the show because I think we've hammered all the points. Anything else you want to talk about as far as Anita Sarkeesian or any of the topics that we've hit so far?
I'm fucking great. I've had such a good fucking time.
It's been good, but I honestly, there's been something kind of in my head. We started to talk about it a little bit, and since we have a little bit of time left, I can't go too late because I do have a breakfast and beer tomorrow morning with Tommy C. Him and I will be once again in Wiesbaden, 11 a.m. German time. That's 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and go ahead and figure that out on Google for all the other times. But we're going to be live tomorrow morning, so I can't stay too late. But I did want to round back to something and talk about Kvass. But just before we get into it, I want to thank Simply Because he's been subbed on Twitch to me for 15 months. Thank you, dude. But can I just say, because this is fucking beautiful, this is why I love my fucking community, because I can go fucking hammer on a member of my community like Simply Because who's been supporting me for 15 months, and they don't go 15 months. No, but they don't go, oh my god, you shouted at me and I'm such a big fan and that's really rude of you to do. You're such an asshole. They go, you know what, Liam, it's cool. You know what? Yeah, we're allowed to disagree now and again. Yeah. Simply Because can we give him some fucking love in the chat? Let's give a little hype. I like that. That's how you be a fan of someone. You don't be afraid to disagree with them, but you also know when to take the fucking L, mate. Yeah. And not only that, sometimes just take the ball busting. You know, just take it. Yeah. It's okay. It's completely fine. Some people don't subscribe to me because they're like, "Oh, you're so sarcastic and horrible." I'm British. You're so snarky. You're so snarky. That's right. So snarky. My God. Good grace. So yes, Kvass versus I Am Alex. Yeah, real quick. I don't want to harp on it too much, but it is an interesting story because we're coming off of all these other beefs with bigger YouTubers that really didn't have a lot of substance to it. I mean, like we knew what iDubbbz was doing with Rice Gum. He wanted to call out the fact that his character is absolute shit. That's completely fine. That's what iDubbbz does. Jake Paul and other things before that, none of it really had any substance. I feel there's a little bit different here. I feel that we're finally seeing a case of YouTubers, and they're smaller, of course. Kvass is around 500,000, wherever he's at. IMAX is around 175, something like that. So they're not gigantic YouTubers, but not small by any stretch either. They fucking hate each other. like legitimately hate each other. These two do not like each other. And you know what? I fucking love it. I mean, the attitude that I get,
the attitude I get from Kvass is that he very much believes that the entire commentary community hates him.
Yeah, well, because they do. Because he puts himself above everybody. I like Kvass, by the way. I do. But Kvass looks down at everybody in the commentary community, and he says it openly. And I don't think his content is good enough to be able to do that, because it's really not too much different than everybody else in the commentary community. But, you know, he has this thing about him. He's the gladiator, and he likes to be at the top and look down at everybody else, and that's going to breed content. And that's exactly what we have. And I'm Alex did this video, and I thought he did a fantastic job in it. He didn't go over animated. He just really took him to task. I thought he did a good job overall. And then it comes back. Kvass got real, his dick got hard, and he got real excited about the fact that he's going to be able to make a response video. And he did for 30 minutes. And in the first like 2 minutes of the video, he actually says, the entire commentary community hates me, but I don't care. But yet you just cut a 30-minute video about why you care.
Yeah, exactly. You literally just spent 30 minutes complaining that someone said a bad thing about you.
Right. I understand that he was trying to correct some of the context. I don't think he did a very good job, though.
My biggest criticism of the Kvass video is right in the first minute. He's like, "There's a lot to get through." I'm trying not to do his voice. Fuck me. I tried to. I nearly did a bit of lisp.
Did you really? Oh, that's not nice.
But no. But the thing is, the thing with the Kvass, it's not just. I don't have a problem with him having a speech impediment. The problem I have is his actual the area of England he's from. They pronounce certain things in certain ways that is nothing to do with the speech impediment. Like, for example, instead of saying like through, he'll say through with an F. I find it really fucking hard. So he went through my private Twitter. And like I don't know, and like he says, sometimes he says it with a V, so it'd be like I can't even do it.
Really, that's a big hang up there.
Do you actually think? And I'm like, TH makes a th sound. Come on, man. But it's fine. He's from a working class area or wherever he's. I don't fucking know where he's from.
Not as upper class as you, as Derby.
Not as Derby in the center of the fucking city where the first factories in the world were fucking built. We're famous for Mick Philpott, who burned 6 of his kids alive. But other than that,
that's something. Is there a statue?
No, there isn't a statue of him. I only remember that because I watched the documentary.
That's your hero, burning children. That sounds like right up your fucking alley.
Hero.
That sounds like right up your fucking alley, man.
He sounds like he's from Essex. I do not condone arson or murder of children, although I would turn a blind eye. Doesn't mean I condone it.
I own that. I own that on Laserdisc, Dave. It's a great documentary. He's my hero.
It's beautiful. But anyway, he was fucking weird though. He was a proper benefit cheat. I wish I could be like that. But anyway, yeah, he was talking about it, and he's like, oh yeah, there is a lot of the more juicier information is towards the end of this video, but I've got to get through the rest of the stuff first. So he goes through the whole I Am Alex video, and then nothing else. Right. And I'm like, I thought you were gonna have juice when you say all the juicy stuff I've got on Alex's at the end. I thought it was gonna be like Alex is a pedo, Alex is a rapist, or Alex is grooming boys to be in his fucking marching band or something. Nothing. It was literally, he made a video on me. That's not juicy. We know. I watched it the other day.
And it was a good video. And that's probably
a well put together video. Aside from, I do agree with what Kvass said, that there was no reason for him to randomly, halfway through his own video, go, oh yeah, no one's allowed to, like, he starts the video with, no one can talk about the content cop. Yeah. As well, there's something about the way I Am Alex says content cop in that video. Every time he says it, I'm like, that's really fucking relaxing. No one can talk about the content cop. The content cop. You can't talk about
ASMR from I Am Alex
for
Ace Training
Liam. How good. So I listened to that, and then later on in the video, just randomly, it just starts again. No one can talk about the content cop. I talked about the content cop first, and I'm like, you said this already. So I get Kvass for bringing that up. You know what he really ruined himself on, Kvass? The stuff about Patreon.
Yeah,
because the bit that got him, the bit that he really slipped up on is, at first he said, I was making a joke about Patreon. It wasn't serious, but the Patreon was real. And I was like, no, that's not the bit. I was like, okay, that's fine. I kind of get it. Like, you started the Patreon as a joke,
Might as well
and you
keep
thought,
it
yeah,
up.
why,
Sure.
let's go with it. But then he said, I got rid of the Patreon because my dislikes on that video were so high compared to how high they've been before that I could tell that it was my fans that weren't happy with me having a Patreon. He then follows that sentence up with, so I deleted the Patreon because, I mean, I didn't need it. Why did you make a Patreon if you didn't need one?
Yeah.
No wonder people were disliking your videos. If you didn't need a Patreon, you basically have just admitted, I just wanted more money. I just wanted my fans to give me money that I didn't need, that they probably needed.
I'm a little sympathetic. I'm a little sympathetic.
Like with me, right? My Patreon is because my fucking income on YouTube is low, and that supplements my income. Right? If I get to a point where I'm like Kvass or someone like that, then yeah, my Patreon will get removed probably, because most likely because I won't need that money anymore. But if that ever happens, I'm very doubtful. But Kvass was in a position where he didn't need a Patreon. He was earning enough money. He makes the video about the Patreon and then goes, I mean, I could just make one because people are just going to throw money at me anyway.
Right.
Then he admits the next day, I didn't need it, so I've taken it down. If you were going to take it down, you never once should have said in that video, I took it down because at the end of the day, I didn't need it. You could have said anything. A better thing to say would have been, I took it down because you guys didn't like the idea of me having a Patreon, and I don't want to upset you guys. And to be honest, there's probably other ways that I could try and raise a bit more money if I needed it. Like I could sell merch, or I could do this, or I could do that. So I don't necessarily have to ask you guys for money. He could have said that, saved face. But the fact that he blatantly sat there and said, I got rid of the Patreon because at the end of the day, I'm rich enough. I didn't need it. I just wanted your money.
It's arrogance. That's arrogance. That's pure fucking ego. That's what that was. It was pure ego because he had to fucking talk about his own wealth, and that's the reason he fucked himself there. Absolutely did. And it's pure pride and ego. And I think that's the whole fucking reason why so many people have problems with him. And it's a perfect example of it right there. Unnecessary. And if he's as smart as he says he is most of the goddamn time that he could take apart anything, well, he should have saw that pitfall. He should have known that shit was coming. But
he rushed that video. Like, I know he took a couple of days to do it, but I reckon he sat on it for a while and then thought, shit, I actually need to make this video.
Still 30 minutes. You think that video was probably an hour long at one point? I'll bet you anything.
Probably. And a lot of repetition. The thing is as well, though, like, I appreciate that Kvass is doing really well. Like, he's been doing fucking great, but he's not doing, I would say he's not doing as well as others that have grown as fast as him have before him. Yeah. Like Pyrocynical, Leafy, they grew massively when they were at the level that Kvass is at. Kvass, I remember a couple of weeks ago hitting 500,000 subscribers. He's now at 519,000.
Oh, he slowed down.
He's jumped 19,000 subscribers in 19 days, which I wish I could fucking do that because I can barely pull 30 subscribers a day. But he's not doing as well as he thinks he's doing. That's the problem. He needs to just wake up, look at his fucking figures, and go, "Do you know what? Maybe I should just dial it down a little bit.
Take a little off." Yeah.
Because the problem is that there's always the chance of he's catering to his edgier audience, but then his original audience, who were probably a lot less edgy and probably a lot nicer to him, are kind of like, all right, Kvass, can you calm down a little bit? Right. I'd love to see, because one thing that no one ever realizes, right, is it's not just about how many subs you gain in a day. Because YouTube has a beautiful figure in the analytics, which is subs gained and subs lost. Yep. And it's really interesting, because in the last year, I have only technically gained about 4,000 subs, but I actually gained about 54,000 subs in the last year, but I lost 50,000 over the course of the year. And I'd love to see how many subs Kvass loses per day compared to how many he makes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just he got lucky with a time frame, okay? He was tied to somebody who had a lot of growth because, and talking about Keemstar here with Drama Alert, a lot of growth in a short period of time due to all the topics that were going on, the Jake Paul stuff, and Kvass was able to kind of slide in with that for whatever reason. Some people would say because of the shout-outs that Keem gave him, whatever the case fucking may be. I don't know, and I don't really care. The fact is, he did.
I honestly don't think, like, I know a lot of people say Keem shouted him out a few times and stuff like that, and he's hosted Drama Alert.
It's more than that.
Given the amount of hate on Drama Alert videos that he hosts, I don't think Drama Alert had that big of an impact on his channel. because the drama alert audience don't seem like
him very much, yeah,
in the majority. So I don't think Keem gave him that big of a boost.
No, I don't think they did either. I actually think it's kind of an unfair criticism, and it's just he caught this little bit of a wave at that same time where a lot of commentary community commentary. I'm not one of them, obviously. They were growing. Leon Lush grew at a pretty good rate there for a while. One of the most talented people on the fucking platform for years. Couldn't get above 20,000. He's about to hit 100K. You got Wild Spartans. Bionic Pig is fucking. They're all growing, and they're all in the same community. And Kvass, who's kind of the anti of them, at least in name, not really in content, he grew faster, he grew bigger, he grew harder because he is a little bit different enough to stand out, and he grew for whatever fucking reason. But he slowed down now because the rest of the commentary community is kind of bound up against him and are trying to find reasons to fucking knock him off his pedestal. That's going to happen when you're the fucking lead dog, and you got to be able to deal with it. I don't think Kvass does a very good job of dealing with it on a daily basis. I just don't. I think he buys into it too much. I think he talks about it too much. I think he whines and complains and chest beats just a little bit too much, and I think it's turned people off. And it might be as simple as that. Really don't know.
Possibly.
Who knows? Well, I think we're coming to the point of the show where I ask you if there's anything else that you'd like to talk about, anything that we missed, anything you want to tell all the kids at home watching.
I'm fucking sweet, but if you wanna join my Patreon for $1 a month, you can watch my fucking content before anyone else and get your name in the credits of my videos.
There you go. See, yeah, I'm a little. You got to do 10 to me to get your name in my credits. I want commitment.
That's because I'm not a robbing bastard.
I made $30 this month on fucking YouTube. Okay, I'm trying to stay afloat, motherfucker. I don't want to hear that shit. Your boy's got to eat. Okay.
I know.
I'm telling you, we all can't be as successful as the what was the name again? Internet sensation? No, YouTube sensation, right? That's
YouTube
what you
sensation Ace Liam.
That's right. That's what you
on $5 a month. I wish I would. Do you know what? I wish every fucking night I was on that $5 a month that they said I'm on. I'm really not. Like last month, I'm not afraid to say I made £1,071.
Wow.
That's less than UK minimum wage, motherfuckers. That's how much I made in YouTube revenue last month.
Still more than I get a month from military retirement.
Yes, Patreon and Twitch and merch sales and fucking donations help that, but I'm still not earning a fucking living right now. I got dogs to feed and I got taxes to pay. So
them taxes are coming, son. Oh shit.
You're
Gonna be great. Hopefully you'll be okay. Tax man, stay away from Liam. You got anything that you could sell? Anything you could hawk? I don't know. Well, did I lose Liam? I think I lost Liam. Uh-oh. QQ. I don't know what happened to Ace Train and Liam, but it's okay. We were about to wrap up the show anyways. So, on that note, on whatever reason Ace Train and Liam's feed died, it could have been my internet, not really sure. But we really do appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure you check out Ace Train and Liam and everything that he does in the description box below. All of his information is there. His Twitter, his merch, everything. It's all there. Go check him out. And same thing with me. If you want to check out all the things that I do, feel free. You're also going to be able to find me on a couple of different ways tomorrow. I'll be not here. There'll be nothing on Dead on Dave Productions, but you'll be able to find me on my Twitch, Dead on Dave. I'll be doing some wondrous Pokemon marathoning, and then also early in the morning, I'll be on Tommy C's frickin' Twitch doing Breakfast and Beer, our brand new show. So make sure you check all that stuff out. We really do appreciate you guys, and hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week right here on Nerd and the Jerk. See you later, Mush Puffs. Keep it copious, folks, and remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. That was not a good British accent. We'll see you next time. And peace. Hey guys, make sure you hit that subscription button. Look at me dance. Look at me dance.